Hello, lovely people. Back to work. We are going again. Oh my god. Oh lord. Oh. I was looking for my keys. For some unknown reason, I thought I lost them for half a second until reality crept in. But like I was saying, lovely people, we are gonna go back to work again. And I did call them earlier this morning. Well, throughout the morning, and I did let them know like, hey, you know what? Today's gonna be an overtime shift. Like yesterday, I was assigned to a floor. Some way, somehow, I ended up fighting myself to the ED. If y'all really want to send me back there, because there's none for me to do, send me back there. I literally told them exactly what I'm telling you right now, verbatim. So they were like, oh yeah, okay. And then I called them though, literally like a couple minutes ago. Then asked about it again. But I just asked them like, hey, do I need to come in? You know, am I really gonna work or you guys gonna cancel me? So they told me come in. So I don't really know what's gonna happen. But I kind of feel like I'm not gonna go to the ED tonight. It was like a one-time thing, cause I don't know. That's just how I feel about it. I'm one of them kind of people. When they heavily think about something, it doesn't happen. Or when they don't think about it or try to don't care about it, that's actually when the thing does happen. And I've been like that for a very, very long time, as long as I can remember. But that was before I knew anything about like manifesting and trying to like um telling the universe that you really want it, therefore you can get it type stuff. For me, it was always the other way around. But I'm trying like to be in this more like positive thinking. But deep down, I know like, hey, the more I generally act like I don't care about it, the better it is, because there is a high likelihood of me actually getting the thing I'm trying to get, you know, or the thing that I'm looking for. But that's that. I feel kind of rested, but not rested. But God knows, I just can't wait for this week to be done. But some way, somehow, I did pick up one shift for next week. So I'm thinking they're gonna be working 4 days, but not mind. I really do not mind, because working 4 days and working 7 days versus working 7 days is way better. And I already told to myself like, hey, whatever happens, happens. I ain't gonna try to get out of my way to work 7 days no more or 6 days no more. What I'm gonna do is work my regular 3 days and then basta try to manage as much as possible and just call it a day, call it a day, call it a day. Don't try to get no overtime shift, because one, HESI is coming up. It's the HESI, the exit, um, the term exam. So I want to do pretty well on that. After that, the board. I'm studying for the boards actively every day. I'm not one of them people who's gonna wait until last minute to start studying for them. So I already have the material. Might as well start diving into them. So I'm planning on finishing the materials that I have right now, and then when I have a full understanding of the stuff that I got covered, so I'm just gonna use something called the award to just do a practice test and kind of like see where I need to dive deep in, because one, we taking this board one time. Two, I'm taking this board as soon as my number is available. I ain't gonna try to wait. I'm not gonna wait. I really ain't gonna wait. And I'm praying to God that my number gets available pretty early on. That's why when school tells me stuff like, hey, if they want me to send anything so they can um not recognize me, but I'll say not even credited. What's the word I'm looking for? To verify me so that they can give me the damn number so I can go take the damn exam. As soon as they ask me for anything like that, I must show it or I'm gonna give it to them. Cause I'm trying to get this number like the day that I'm done with the program. I know it's a little bit what it's called delusional for me to be thinking like that. Because I was talking to a couple nurse the other day, and they were telling me like, oh, you ain't gonna have your numbers as soon as you done the program, so you're gonna wait at least like 2 months, 3 months. I was like, why am I gonna wait 3 months for? But there's that, oh yeah, that's how it goes. And with this whole like Florida nurse Nightingale operation stuff, they gotta like really make sure that, hey, you've been just going. It's a whole lot of mess. But what I'm saying is, if there's a possibility for some people to get the numbers as soon as they done, or pretty early on, there is a possibility for me to get it as well. So I'm just yeah, like I was saying. So I'm just hoping that actually that what does happen for me. I get my number pretty early on, and I'm prepping just in case I get my number pretty early on, and then I do not. wait and just go do this. And I'm 4 months away until I'm done with the program. It's actually crazy for me to say because right now we are in March, right? I will major next year, like literally 4 months away. So what I'm gonna like doing right now, or try to do right now, is looking for school. I already have an idea of the school that I really want to go to now. So I did call them. They were telling me like, hey, even though you're not done yet, you can start the applications, which is what I want. And then kind of like see all the credits. The credits will be transferred over, so you can have a clear idea of like how long like it gonna take you for you to do the program and stuff like that. But that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm waiting on. So I'm gonna wait until like school comes back again, which is gonna be next week. And on any of my day off, the day that I ain't working, as soon as I'll be done with school, so I'll just head there and just talk to whoever I can talk to and kind of like see what's up. And if I have to go back to my community college and kind of like pulled all my auto grades and stuff, so I can do that as well, because that's one of the requirements too. But all that to say is, bro, I'm trying to get my stuff ready. I'm trying to get my stuff together because I don't want to be the person that is um keeping myself away from greatness, or the person that is just because they did not do what they were supposed to be doing, or because they did not do what they were supposed to be doing early on. That's the reason why I'm in a mess where I gotta wait for whatever it is have to wait for. Pretty much, it doesn't make any sense, honestly. But that's enough of that. Tonight I have two priorities. So I'm finally reading a book. I'm finally reading a book. Crazy for me to say. And the book that I'm currently reading is a fiction book. I don't even know how to say that because I was the type of guy that I always say I don't read fictions. I read like literature, like what it's called, research paper stuff, like stuff that I know that people did, stuff that I know like it's working. So I don't be reading like fictions and stuff like that. Although I watch a lot of fiction, but I don't read it because it's a waste of time. But when I was trying to, go back into reading, trying to find like a book for me to read, one of the books that I was interested about was this book and another book. The other book is way shorter, but I did try to read this book. For me, it didn't even make any sense. Although it's not fiction, it's like what it's called, philosophy kind of type of book. But I really ain't got no time for that, honestly. So I ain't trying to like dive deep into a book like that after a 12-hour shift or during a 12-hour shift. But I know this fiction, the language is a little bit more softer and it's a little bit more easy for me to digest in a 12-hour shift or after a 12-hour shift or as I'm doing a 12-hour shift. But this won't really matter because, after the upcoming this week and the upcoming week, I won't be doing like more than 4 shifts, honestly. So it doesn't matter what kind of book I'm reading. So I'll be able like to just like sit down and try and actually understand whatever it is I'm reading. But just to tell you guys, I'm reading a new book, and this is the book that I'm reading, and I'm gonna try like to read this book in like 1 week or something, because I'm really gonna like sit down and read the book though. I want it, because if you guys don't know, I'm a writer. I like writing, like my thoughts, all the things. I like writing, and I feels like you cannot write if you don't read. So there is like what it's called, a combined relationship with reading and writing. Or you cannot be a good writer if you don't want to read other people's stuff. So that's the reason why I'm like, you know what? If I really want to go back in the groove, and there is literally nothing keeping me away from the groove, literally though, I can write whatever I want, but I don't kind of like feel like there's inspiration for me to write yet. So I feel like I gotta read, I gotta dive deep to some other things so I can have my belief or my thoughts a little bit um how do I even say that, shake, so I can wake myself and be like, all right, let's talk about this. Let's read about this kind of thing. But yeah, that's just that. Tonight, I'm also gonna be prepping for my last endocrine exam, which is gonna be on diabetes and hypertension. If I'm no, I think diabetes and something else. I don't really remember, so I don't want to lie to you guys. So it's in total, I think it's 30 pages, but tonight I'm reading 10 pages. Tomorrow I'll be reading 10 pages, and then the day after I'll be reading 5 pages. So today's Wednesday, Thursday 10, Friday 5, Saturday, Sunday. So I know I'm gonna be off either Saturday or Sunday, so I don't really remember, really quote me on this. And then I'll just, rest and take the remaining hours out of the day to just do the flashcards only. So yeah. And the way that I also want to do this is each sections I'm done reading, for example, tonight I'm gonna be reading my 10 pages and stuff. Tomorrow I'm gonna be doing a review, and the review will be on the channel, kind of like a brain dump and explaining you guys whatever it is I've read and how I understand it and stuff. So I think that should be cool too. And I also have like this thing that I started doing on Instagram where I take one notion or one concept out of my notes, and I just explain it to you guys like in a short form term, and then a little bit, not complicated, but a little bit long term way, so you guys can understand it and tell you guys what to be in the lookout for. This is doing pretty well. I'm actually on my 5th day today. Tomorrow will be my 6 days, and this week I'm only doing one post. But by Monday I'll be doing 2 posts a day. And it's something that I always wanted to do, but I've never actually done it, or I never actually sat down to do it properly. And thank God, I'm actually in the mood and the spirit of actually doing it properly. So this kind of bring me a little bit of joy every day, because I know there's a few things that I'm in the lookout for every day, and there's like a bunch of other ways that I'm planning on making it better. But as of now, I'm just like, let's try to keep it simple, as much as possible, digestible, and then the complexity will come a little bit later. But as of now, that's pretty much it though. Work, studying, reading, napping, eating. Pretty soon we'll be gym, we'll be writing, we'll be coding, we'll be a bunch of other things. But as of now, I'm trying to enjoy whatever it is I got going on now, even if the weather still sucks. But hey, like I said yesterday, I ain't going out, so I don't give a f about the weather. Honestly, weather can be sucked if he wants to, but I kind of do care, because what about the homeless? Like, what are they doing right now? Where are they sleeping and stuff? Is that kind of things I'm kind of like, yeah, that weather just sucks for everybody. But hey, that's sad. That's sad. That's sad. I'm about to just close this thing right now. And it was really nice to talk to you guys. Damn, I need to do my hair a little bit before I actually start working, because my hair look like a mess now. Yeah, so I'll talk to you guys whenever I'm done with my shift tomorrow morning, because we do a lot of like core talks and I love that. And I really don't know why I have not thought about this thing before, because that's literally one of my easiest to upload content, and I cannot how do I even say that? I cannot there is not a lot that comes into it. This is genuine. This is not anything that I've planned. It's literally just me sitting down and talking to you guys, and that's what I like, and that's what I want to do on this channel. So you guys will come back and see more tomorrow. Tomorrow. And that's it. That's it. That's it. Alright guys, I really want to turn that off and listen to some music, because I've been listening to music for the whole damn day. And I've been telling myself like there's this specific song from Celine Dion that I really want to listen to. So I finally listened to this song now. Bye. I'll see you guys tomorrow whenever I'm done with work.